Hey guys, and welcome back to New Vegas. It has been 10 months, I think, roundabout since I last came in, and this is now my fourth attempt recording this. Not for lack of trying, trust me on that one. Essentially, every time I try and record it, it either corrupts or it crashes.
I can't believe the idiot swallowed his collar.
Thank you. Not for lack of trying, just outright stupidity when it comes to the recording software, not with recording, or it's going black screen, or me camera recording is just not working, it just comes out as blurry and doesn't line up with the audio. So basically I've had multiple issues over the years. Wherever I try and record, it keeps fucking up, where it just doesn't line up with the FPS.
That human wasn't wearing a collar.
I'm going to walk away from it. So the FPS basically doesn't line up correctly, where it's recording the camera in 15 or recording the gameplay in 60. I don't know why it's recording the camera in 15. I went out there and bought a 60 FPS camera specifically for this, and it still records it in 15, and I have no explanation as to why. And the only way I could get it to record in 60 was to use OBS to record, but then OBS started.
That human so long.
Okay, fine. Point taken. Either way, OBS I was using wasn't working, so I'm using a different version of OBS that hopefully does record in 60 and doesn't crash and corrupt it. So it was working, then it crashed, and it took the fucking recording with it. So real quick, let's just take this bastard out over here, because I know there's one over here, because I've had to take him out 4 times already. What the fuck? I haven't hit him once, have I? Hit him! Hit him! I have to click 7 times. Anyway, so last quest we did was, I think it was Dean. We got Dean Domino here. And now we're doing the one to get Christine. So basically, if we try and link to Colin now, whereas if we try and link to them too.
What's taking that human so...
God. Isn't that Dean? There you go. You just hear. Yeah, that's it. Christine tapping on her necklace. Because she can't speak. And you're about to find out why she can't speak if you've never played this before. If you've never played this before, seen gameplay of it, you're about to find out why she can't speak. So we have to go to the clinic to get her.
The village comm speakers have aged poorly, like the Madre. Pre-war junk. The speakers emit a signal that'll set off your collar if you stay too long. There are damaged speakers and shielded ones. The damaged ones will destroy at range. Don't get close. You carefully work them off like a radio.
Just save, because this guy is an asshole. The man, times I try and kill him. He's just an asshole. He just no other way of putting it, really. Let's just go back out. Yeah, let's take a lot of that. Let's go back out. Yeah, there's usually always some stuff to search for. So there's the clinic we need to get to. Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing. It's just I've had to do this 4 times, and there's not really much anyway to do in the interim. That basically I take my time so that way you guys get the benefit, but you saw me do the first 2 missions anyway. It hasn't changed at all. I don't want to rush. I obviously want to give a nice little explanation as to why I've been gone for 10 months, but it's not really something. It's not something I'm avoiding. If anyone finds this, I'm so sorry you're here. Yeah, I want to say it, but it doesn't feel authentic anymore. All I did was correct his grammar. Like, where's the comma? Is that comma or an apostrophe? It's one of the two, but it goes right fucking there and he's missing it. Anyway, at least he's used the correct version of Yep. Then we have the issue of, oh no, where's this? I know where it is, because I've had to do this 4 fucking times. Anyway, now that's done. Fine, whatever, I don't care. Just keep searching around here, you'll find something. Where is he? Yes! Oh, it's the first time I've done him in 2 hits. He pisses me off a lot later. Usually, anyway. Won't be now. But yeah, I'm just going to go through the cafe, wind a bit. Wind through the cafe and the gift shop a little bit. So there's the clinic, go in there to get Christine. I prefer to take the other entrance though. So, here's another tip. Always pick up this cigarette package, because if you pick that one up first, that one goes through the fucking floor. Abraxo. Pick up the Abraxo because you can use that to clean the cosmic knives. I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head if you can give the cosmic knives back to the vending machines. I know you can give fucking nearly everything back to the vending machines, but I can't remember if you can give the cosmic knives back. Bobby pins, I can't be able to touch it. I don't even know if you can give the glasses back. If you can give the glasses back, that's good, because I've got fucking loads of them. Always look for the cards. The cards are always nice to have. They don't serve any purpose, really. They're just nice to have. Yeah, here's where I got to last time, and then I realised the recording software had corrupted. 6. Okay. Yeah, then I realised the recording software had corrupted for the bloody for the camera. So, like I say, I'm recording the camera on OBS now, like the original OBS. Whereas before I was just using the Microsoft built-in camera software, but for some reason the built-in Microsoft software was only recording it in 15.5 FPS, and I have no explanation as to why, and why the number was so specific. Oh yay, Dean stash. Always get them. See, 6 of 15 done. I keep thinking I was over here for a while earlier, like, oh where's there's nothing over there. Literally nothing over there. Hang on, I know where it is. Look, don't aim at it, you won't hit it. Aim to the left of it. You won't hit it if you aim at it. You won't. Because for some reason that sign, the hitbox, goes up. You have to aim to the left of it. For some reason that allows you to miss the hitbox. So, let's just go here. For some reason it's like I've lost health. Let's go back to that. Nope. Always loot through these. Get yourself the chips. Always take all the chips you can. Try your best to pick up what you can, because if you find a recipe, basically what it is you find holotapes or programs that allow you to give items to the vending machines and get Sierra Madre chips in return, which is amazing. Okay. Here's a little trivia for you, something a little interesting. This is not Dean Domino leaving these around. So Dean leaves the stashes with the glowing handprints around. This is not Dean Domino, the one with the graffiti. The graffiti was supposedly done by another person who was here at the Sierra Madre, brought here by Elijah to do something else. But basically, he was cut from the game. His body can still be found in game, and it's in the substation, just in the cloud of gas to the far back left. His body is still in game, but the story of him leaving these around and stuff like that is like eliminated. Basically, they cut it from the game. I can't speak as to why. I don't remember off the top of my head as to why, but I remember it very clearly being mentioned that they just cut it from the game for some reason. So yeah, here's the clinic. Let's go in here and get Christine. Sorry if I seem a bit rushy, I'm just tired of doing it over and over again. So, clear security terminal. If you go around here.
Picking up an emitter signature. Watch for security holograms. Dangerous. Don't shoot them. Attacking them is useless.
Yep, it is. True. They're invulnerable. So there's a little thing for you. You can basically tell it to go downstairs and patrol downstairs if you want to. Set behaviour. Go downstairs, go upstairs. Second floor patrol. Whatever. First floor patrol. You can set whatever you want, really. But what you can do, if you have a high enough... I think it's a high enough repair skill. Just let him go past. So he's just put like, yeah, warning you. Shaking his head. Oh, that nearly killed me. Move. Come on. Good boy. Watch. If your repair's high enough skill, do you see that little emitter right there? That little emitter right there. Well, bye Bob. Literally, as long as your repair skill is high enough, you can just turn that off. That banging, by the way, is Christine in the auto dock. She's downstairs, trapped in an auto dock. We'll get to her in a sec. Right, here's something else that's pissing me off. For some reason, I think it's one of the mods I've got installed, has removed a bin. There's a bin there, but the bin's deleted itself for some bloody reason. So I'm going to read the... I'm now going to read the text prompts and all that, so I'm going to leave that till last. There's another one I want to read. I want to read this one first, because it makes more sense if this one's read first. Okay. It's clipboards, but yeah, just always check around. Clinic, basement key, thank you. Always look around. Okay, so let's go. Download dispenser code MedX, and the dispenser codes, like I say, are what allows you to get stuff from the dispensers. So now we can get MedX. Dispenser codes. Codes for the public dispensers arrived today. Sinclair instructed us in their use in case of emergency. Should be able to get stims and other treatments from the machines. Sinclair indicated it could dispense more based on the nature of the medical emergency or subject's condition. Among the codes, he kept asking if we could make sure the code for MedX was backed up. He must have said it 3 times. I don't think he realised it, but must be stress. Made a backup of the code on this terminal just in case. So that's why we can get MedX off this terminal. Because it was backed up on this terminal, because the owner, the person who requested the building of the entire casino and the villa, requested it specifically be uploaded. The vending machine you can find here is made by a company at Big Mountain, which you do go to in one of the other DLCs, Old World Blues. The vending machines around them thing basically 3D printers, but they can 3D print anything. It's almost like basically it's like Star Trek, where it's just a replicator where it can make anything out of anything, but it uses the chips as matter. So it takes the matter of the chips and dissolves it and uses it to create new matter. But that's the thing about matter, that matter can be made into anything, because it's just physical matter. You can just reprogram the atoms into being anything else you want. Once it's programmed though, it stays like that. But anyway, like I say, it just works. So Sinclair specifically asked for MedX to be backed up. Several times he repeated it as if it was very, very important that MedX be backed up specifically. And we're going to find out in about 12 seconds as to why. Just make sure you take the surgical tube and fuck knows. Might have use for it. Yep. So yeah, normally there's a bin here for that wine. Alright, I'll fucking shut up, Christine. So we go here first. Appointment counter. Sinclair and Miss Keys transmitted to Sierra Madre. Sinclair and Miss Keys transmitted to Sierra Madre. Domino and Miss Keys transmitted to Chief Physician's terminal. Sorry. Drink. Sinclair proposed moving one autodock to casino and scheduling visits. Sinclair agreed. Okay, so that's the only use there. So now this is where we get a bit more elaboration. Just need to break into it first. Carrier, so 2 of 7. C-A-R-R-I... Wait, C-A-R-R-I... E... Oh, no, it's not that. C-A-R-R-I... No. C-A-R-R-I... No. C-A-I... C-A-R-R... C-A-R-R... No. C-A-R-R... No. C-A-R-R... Must be that. Yeah, must be that. I think that made sense. There's a cat. Appointment calendar. Miss Key showed up today. Sans Sinclair. I don't know what Sans Sinclair means. I don't get what that means. Sans Sinclair. Miss Key showed up today, escorted by Mr. Domino, Dean. He explained to me Miss Keys had developed a throat infection and asked if the autodoc could help. I asked about the Sierra Madre's autodoc. He said he didn't want to alarm Sinclair. Ran some tests. Miss Key's voice is fine. Her loss of voice is more listlessness, symptomatic of excessive Medex usage. When I tried to speak to her about it, Mr. Domino intervened. I warned him too much of the chem could render a subject comatose, and Domino laughed. I lost my temper, and he said they'd return another time when I was in better spirits. Despise that man. Unpleasant visit. Domino stopped by to ask about the test results and Vera's voice. He seemed concerned she would lose her voice for the gala event. I told him that if Miss Keys was concerned, she should see me and I would only disclose any medical information to her. I told him the autodocs were more than capable of healing Miss Keys' voice if she developed any throat infection, and we could even operate, if need be, if she tore the larynx. He seemed satisfied by the news and apologised amazingly enough, and left a bottle of wine as a token of his appreciation. I told him I felt it was inappropriate. He insisted. I dumped it in the trash. AKA, why that wine is there, because there's usually a trash can there. Like a square trash can. Nice. So now we can go get Christine. Okay. So now we've deleted the hologram, there's literally no point to be worried. I know there's not in here, so I'm not even going to bother. There's one of Dean's stashes. So Dean's been here and saw the fucking... Oh! That's the one for stim packs, so now we can get stim packs. Well, just seeing that just reminded me. There's one in one of these, I think it's here. Yeah, there is. Mentats. Now we can get Mentats. Okay. Yep. Always check the dumpsters. That terminal by the door just allows you to reset stuff, but do you see that in the distance, that little thing? Watch.
Damn speakers at the end of the hall. Red light means they're shielded. Must be a way to shut them off somewhere else.
Auto docks. Get into the basement and shut the speakers off, yep. Take that. Take that. So, that speaker can't be destroyed. It's not there shooting it all day. It won't destroy it. So, I would have to... I'll just take a lot, please. There's some more corpses of other people who have come to... Can't even pick them up, it's like they're glued to the table. Here's some bodies of other people that Elijah brought to the Sierra Madre to, well, do what I'm doing, basically. But I'm still alive. Gas leak. Admitted 3 workers from Puerto del Sol's switching station exposed to some sort of unidentified airborne toxin from the ventilation system, caused severe lung and tissue damage. Inhalation isn't the problem, it's absorbed through the skin. Researching its effects, the gas, whatever it is, may be building up in the vents beneath the town. Asked foreman to look into source before government inspectors do. Safety suits. Chemical suits arrived today. They're bulky, hard to talk and move in. It was difficult to unlock the clasp once in place. Had to get one of the staff to help me out of it. I told the construction crew keep the suits ready while working in the switching station and to be careful with them. We only have a limited number. I asked Sinclair to order more in the event of a leak in the villa and prepared cost estimates for another gas leak to support my case. Didn't need to. He agreed to the request immediately, then asked if he could see the workers and make sure they were all alright. So Sinclair was a bit dopey in the sense that he's not 110% aware of everything that's going on to a fault, but he does care about the people working under him and people he works with. And he also cares about Vera. Like, he's with, basically, storyline basically says that he is with Vera. Like, they're meant to be having a relationship type thing, but she's obviously addicted to Medex. She's taken Medex as like mummy's little helper type thing, so he's wants to make sure she has her habit. Oh, weapon repair kit, yeah. Make a weapon repair kit, thank you. Useful, I guess. DC Medical Internal Journal. Click power status. Power is on, and basically if you turn this off, it turns off the speakers so we can go down that hallway. You could just destroy these, but it's unlocked. The terminal's unlocked, so you wouldn't need to destroy them. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could just destroy the fucking generators. Also, if you do not turn off the hologram upstairs, turning off the power turns off that hologram. So yeah. Now we can get a bit closer to check these ones. Exhaustion. Miss Key's insomnia seems to have gotten worse, so we've ended up ordering new autodock upgrades. Must have cost Sinclair a fortune. The new programs for the autodocks ameliorate the effects of exhaustion. Have already spoken to the staff about side effects and dangers of prolonged use. Wanted to make sure they weren't using it to pull double shifts. Sinclair asked if these codes could be downloaded into the public dispensers. The codes aren't compatible, unfortunately. He said he'd look into it. Guess his contacts at Big Mountain will be getting a call soon. So Sinclair had people at Big Mountain, aka the people who made the vending machines, came from Big Mountain. So Big Mountain was aware of this complex, right? Big Mountain was aware of what Sinclair was doing. They were aware of what he wanted to do and what he was building. Before I get Christine out, I'm going to heal all their crippled limbs. Might as well get all the crippled limbs up to 100%. And I'll inject in adrenaline so that way my sleep is minimised. Basically because there's not really many beds around. You wouldn't want to sleep because most of the time you're surrounded by enemies, so it's almost like they've added that specifically for the player to use. So here is where we'll find Christine, I guess, I think. No? Have we gone back? Oh, that's where she is. She's in that one. Safe in there and check. And she's gone quiet. Scrap Mel. No. Okay. So let's just save. Medical district. And go. One before you looks disoriented, pained. She blinks a few times, then winces, and the act of blinking is causing her great pain. Basically, she can't speak. You alright? She looks at you, blinks again, then opens her mouth, but nothing comes out. She touches her throat, then scratches the scar beneath her chin, and her throat widens with alarm. Look, I'm here to help. What happened? Did somebody cut your vocal cords? Look, I'm here to help. She looks shaken as she glances orthodox. She recalls, her mouth opens, but again, nothing comes out. She looks back at you, then her hands clench into fists, her eyes narrow. She takes a step back, studying you. She thinks it's your fault. What's the matter? The woman opens her mouth again, winces, then frowns and drags a finger across her throat in a slow motion. She looks more angry than pain now. Frowning, she touches her throat again gently, and her hand brushes against her collar, and her frown deepens. Her eyes narrow. She traces the edge of the collar until finds the lock. She begins to press it with her fingers. Don't do that, it's a bomb collar. Mess with it, it'll go off. She looks surprised, then notices your collar and raises an eyebrow. Let's just say we're in this together. She frowns, narrows her eyes, slowly shakes her head. We need to cooperate if we're going to get out of here. Your collar goes off, mine goes off. It's better if we guard each other. She shakes her head again and draws a line in the air between the two of you. Basically said, no, not going anywhere with you. Look, together we can get out of this. She shakes her head, once again crosses her arms. Look, I'm not trying to order you, but your life is tied to mine. She frowns, glances at the collar, looks at you. She makes a quick circle with her hands, puts her hand over the eyes and mouth and squints. She nods at you, then lowers her hand from her eyes, shakes her head, and she draws a slow line between you. You're looking for something? Fine, I can help. Whatever is not my concern, I'll just help you. She studies again, her expression softens slightly. She shakes her head slowly and gives a silent sigh. She nods at you, then raises an eyebrow and nods to the door. Alright, come with me. Christine nods and steps slightly behind you, waiting. Okay, Christine has given you the signal interference perk. This perk grants a short period of time near a speaker before your bomb collar starts to activate, as well as increasing the amount of time before your bomb collar detonates by 50%. So basically, I can deal with the beep in a bit longer. I'm going to give her a melee weapon that will actually, like, you know, kill the damn things, and I'll give her the Sierra Madre armor. I'll just wear the assassin suit. Might as well. Could do with the sneak bonus. Now we've got Christine in our party. Yep. Let's just save real quick. Now we've got Christine. This should go a bit simpler. Oh, Christine glances at the speaker, then glances at your collar, frowning. I've already turned it off. It's the decayed speaker. If we stay too long near one, it will go off. This didn't happen before. Taps the collar, then opens and closes her hand really fast. Yeah, because the beeping. She taps her collar, then opens and closes her hand really fast. She points to your Pip-Boy, her collar, then your collar. After a second, she opens and closes her hand slower. You can interfere with the speaker's detonation frequency somehow. She's about to nod, then stops, points to herself and shakes her head. Comes to your collar, then hers, then nods at your Pip-Boy, makes a triangle motion and the same slow pulse as before. Does that work with any collar? She frowns and slowly shakes her head. She opens her mouth, then makes a motion to turn the dial, then points at herself. It's just your frequency. She nods once again, then nods again, points to the two of you, then the Pip-Boy. But only between us. She nods, then motions in front of you. Go ahead. You already explained that in the text box. So basically, they've just explained it, well, dialogue. You know, typed dialogue. What the text box just told me. The text box just said when she's in my party, it's slower beeping, means that it'll take longer for the collar to go off. I've got more time to fuck about. That's what that's just said. But for some reason they made her say it again. Probably for stupid people who just skip through the text box without reading it. But we're not stupid people, we're all enlightened, aren't we? Oh. Oh, you come here, son. Get fucked, son. It's a good thing I gave you. Wow. Look, so he threw that side. It went right through the bloody thing. How fucking wide? How much does he wank? Jesus. How fucking big are his biceps to launch a piece of wood so hard it goes right through a fucking concrete column? Anyway. So let's go back through this way. There is this door that we can go through now. Let's turn my light back on. Let's get this done as soon as. Because the... Okay, thank you. There's none over there to my memory that's worth taking. Oh, cosmic knife. Yeah, whatever. I'll take that. Okay, I'll just pick everything up in here because I don't really want to be in the gas. Items, aid, stim pack. Thank you. Clear the residue. Residue. Nope. Nope. You can jump down there if you want, but might as well just go all the way through. Okay, I'll just drop that chessboard later. Pilot lights. Try your best to pick stuff up, like, even if you think it might be useless, trust me, it ain't. Because most of the stuff you pick up, you can hand into the machines in exchange for chips. And these chips can be handed back to the machines in exchange for stim packs or really whatever you pick up codes for. So now I've got the code for stim packs. It's really, really worth. So there's one here somewhere. Ooh. Get fucked, son. Yeah, these the bear trap fist is severely overpowered in this. It's the ideal weapon because in order to kill those fucking things, you have to take a limb. You can't just kill them because they get back up. It's like the cloud itself, the poisonous cloud regenerates them. It's like they've evolved in it specifically for that purpose, so you have to literally take a limb, otherwise they get back up. And unarmed is the skill that affects your damage you do with it. The damage you do with this is affected by your unarmed skill. So my high recommendation, I didn't do it because I'm a damn idiot and I forgot to, get your unarmed skill up before you come here, or just get really close to leveling up and then just do it when you get here. So it can be any limb. You just have to take a limb, even its head. As long as you've made physical, visible damage, it's done. Right, I'm gonna have a conversation
Swallowed his collar.
with Christine now before I tell her to go stand at the fountain, because if my memory is correct, there's a few things you could say to her, like you can learn a bit about her past, and she's a very, basically I'm not going to tell you exactly why, but she's connected to someone in the Mojave that everyone who's played New Vegas knows very well. So aid, I'm going to have that, then I'm going to have some mentats. Speak. Christine raises an eyebrow. Those facial scars weren't done by the orthodox. The throat scar was. She nods slowly, then puts your hand in front of her throat, closes it slowly. Okay. I can't restore your voice. We need a real orthodox to do that. She shivers slightly and then shakes her head. So those other orthodox are meant for just simple procedures. I don't understand why they shaved you bald. Christine looks blankly at you, then touches her head, smiles, and then shakes her head. So he's like, no, I did that. Do you get me? Wait, the orthodox didn't shave you bald? She waves her head and shakes her head. Waves her hand and shakes her head. She nods in your direction of the casino. No, wait. I want to hear this. You were bald before. She nods with an expressive look, then makes a circle with her hands, repeats twice more, then raises her hand. She puts both her hands in front of her, then makes this motion with her hands as if writing something. And because I'm a member of the Brotherhood of Steel, BOS, You only get this option if you're already a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. You're a Brotherhood of Steel scribe. She nods. She looks impressed. How the hell did you get out of here? Were you looking for something? Were you researching something? I had other questions. So, you were looking for something? Were you looking for something? Shakes her head and makes a motion of 2 fingers walking. Looking for someone. She nods and raises a finger. A man. She nods and makes a motion with her hands around her chin, drawing it down, then raises her hands and stretches them at the sky. Basically, an angry bearded man. Yes, God himself. She points at your Pip-Boy. You were looking for a man in a vault. You were looking for a Pip-Boy. You were the man on the Pip-Boy holotape, Elijah. She nods and looks concerned, taps the side of her head and expands her hand. Someone smart. She nods, then circles her ear. And nuts. And nods and frowns. Incredibly smart, yet nuts. Speech 50. Sounds like it's pretty important to you to find this person. Frowns and nods, raises 2 fingers and has them walk together, then walks 2 fingers and her face becomes... Then she chops her hand down and draws the 2 fingers apart. Fingers point to herself. Okay, so she went basically like this. He cut you off from someone. She nods. Family, husband. She frowns, shakes her head, and even more so at husband. Because I've got the pair confirmed bachelor. Oh, girlfriend? She hesitates, then waves her hand. You are more than girlfriends, lovers. She nods and looks at you, a little surprised. What, you think I don't understand love? Give me a little credit. I had other questions. You think I don't understand love? She raises an eyebrow, looks at you. I understand how important a loved one can be. Whatever love is transitory or ended in gunfire. 2 types of gunfire. I understand how important a loved one can be. She's slowly studying you. She seems to be gauging you again. She makes a slow circle motion after a moment, taps her wrist, basically saying, I've not got time for this. How do the questions? She frowns, then cups her hand to her ear. Can you communicate some other way? Can you write? Christine frowns, then pauses and traces one of the scars on her head with her finger. She then makes a motion of picking up a pencil, tries to write, then shakes her head. Something to do with the surgery. Pauses to draw a jagged symbol, electricity in the air, then puts an odd staring face. She keeps a blank face for a second, then slowly blinks, looking around. She looks at her hands, shakes them, then lets them go limp. That's a specific form of brain surgery using electrodes, pre-war. She nods slowly, then makes a motion of typing X's and lines in the air, then gives thumbs up. You can still do numbers and calculations. She nods. That's why I want to take it, because you need it to be able to communicate with her. And it's a good XP farm, basically. We've already got like 3 XP farms off her. Good. Time for us to part ways. Yes, I'm sure. Okay. Now she's gone to the fountain. Just there. I mean, this time I've done it faster. Specifically because, well, I've done it before 3 fucking times, and I know what I'm looking for, and the fights went a bit better because I knew to give her armor. First time, she died. Second time, recording crashed. Third time, recording crashed. Fourth time, it just recorded black.
That human wasn't wearing a collar.
Fuck you. So now we can just save. I'll upload this in a full 40-minute segment, and then I'll do this as the next episode. So, anyway guys, I'll look forward to you in the next episode. Right, bye.